When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans! Well, maybe not these Titans. They have some serious issues. Holy shit, Robin. Not the face. Not the face. Wow. That's just brutal. This is definitely the DC Universe, cause that's dark. Obviously, after Titan's initial trailer, everyone's hopes, as well as my own, plummeted. What started off with high hopes from Robin's costume reveal to how the logo was gonna look, it was all good, and then the trailer came, and well, that wasn't any good at all. The costumes were just awful for the rest of the cast, looking at you, Starfire, and it just came off as unnecessarily dark. Things just weren't looking good for Titans after that. So with the premiere episode, did my doubts about it all go away? Hell yeah they did! Oh my god, I loved the first episode. It was enjoyable, fantastic. Nothing at all like what we saw in the trailer, and a step in the right direction for DC. Finally. I honestly don't know where to begin because there was so much good stuff that I liked. And obviously there's some stuff that I didn't like, but not enough to take away from my enjoyment of this episode. But I guess I'll just go chronologically.
Do you desire another slice of the cheese, Robin?
Thanks, Robin. Got room for another one, Robin?
Don't mind if I do, Robin.
You know, Robbins, I have to admit, the mask makes me feel cool.
We first get introduced to Raven, who goes by the name of Rachel Roth here, and she's a troubled teen. You know, the usual, overbearing mom, doesn't understand her daughter, has a literal demon living inside of her, and no amount of praying is gonna change that mom. This is Raven at the start of her journey. She still doesn't understand what she is, or why she has this demon inside of her. This is one aspect of the episode I didn't like, because the way they're approaching Raven just seems cliche. The whole innocent girl who has a monster inside of her just seems like it's gonna have a predictable outcome. Either she accepts who she is, or finds a way to get rid of her inner demons. Pun definitely intended. Still, I have hope. This is Raven well before she becomes the Raven we all know. She could still learn to control her powers and emotions, and become the badass chick that she is in the comics. And I know we all want to hear her say her famous casting words.
Azura, Metreon, Zinthos!
I'll get more into Raven later, because right now, it's time to dive into the boy wonder. For a while, Robin deserved a better live-action portrayal than what we saw in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Not that it was bad.
Holy rusted metal, Batman! Huh? The ground, it's all metal, it's full of holes, you know? Holy! Oh.
Okay, it was really bad. But here, Brendan Thwaites does a great job portraying Dick Grayson. I mean, after this episode, to me, he is Robin, and one that's on the edge and really brutal too at the moment. It's clear that his partnership with Batman didn't end well, and he's taking it out on those poor thugs. Dick seems to be going through some identity crisis. There's a pun for my comic readers. Seems he wants to be his own man, giving up the cape for a year, and wanting to step out of Batman's shadow. Dick's story seems to follow along the lines of Nightwing Year 1, which has me excited. They already confirmed that Dick will transform into his Nightwing persona, and it looks like that path has started here in the first episode. What was refreshing to see was Robin's origin story. It's one that is rarely seen or told. We all know who Robin is, Batman's sidekick, but we don't know how he became his sidekick. And we get to experience that firsthand through a dream that Raven experiences. It draws parallels to Batman's own origin, and helps you understand why Dick is so angry that he's becoming similar to Batman. Robin's story is the one that I'm clearly most excited for, and I can't wait to see the charming Nightwing that we all know and love, and for the moment that Dick sheds the cape for the famous black and blue.
Let me introduce you to my friends.
Oh, by the way, I speak some Spanish, if you want to learn that.
Second year high school fringe. Welcome to the Teen Titans.
Starfire was the one character most fans, including myself, were really worried about because she looked nothing like she does from the comics. Nothing against the actress, but it was just her costume was terrible. She straight up looked like a hooker. Controversy aside though, her story is the one that intrigued me the most. Mostly because I didn't expect for it to play out the way it did. She seems to have amnesia since she didn't even know her own name, or the fact that she's an alien with superpowers. There's also a reason her costume looks like it was made for a hooker, and it's because up until the point she had amnesia, it seems like she was undercover as an escort. Which is a bit of relief because that would be a terrible choice for a costume. And I think the producers did say that Starfire will get her comic accurate costume at some point. Let's just hope the curly hair goes away too, because it just doesn't look good. Starfire's story is definitely wrapped in mystery, and one that I'm looking forward to see more of. Because 1, what is she doing in Austria? And 2, what could have caused her to have amnesia? I mean, she's a super-powered alien. Something had to hit her really hard to forget who she is, or who knows what other mysterious villain that's lurking nearby that could have wiped her memory. And last, her connection to Raven. It seems to be that Raven is the mysterious girl that she was looking for. Raven seems to be the driving force that will bring the Titans together. She had a dream of Robin's past during his time at the circus. She also seems to be the girl that Starfire was looking for all the way over in Austria. But what I want to know is why? Why is Raven being hunted by cult leaders and assassins and Russian mobsters? I mean, as a comic reader, I can definitely guess as to why. But here in this episode, there's very little to no explanation. Granted, it's only one episode out, but they could have explained something instead of just trying to be mysterious and build up suspense. I mean, there's no even explanation or payoff as to that cult leader who wanted to cut out Raven's heart and lay it next to the heart of a beast and next to the heart of a simpleton. But that could also be explained next episode. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, and Beast Boy makes an appearance, but it feels like it was forced in since he appeared in the closing minutes of the episode. Don't get me wrong, it was really nice to see, but what's the point if you're not going to dedicate as much time to him as you do to the other Titan members? Again, this is just me nitpicking, not to take away from the episode as a whole. But to get to the stuff that I didn't like about the episode is mostly just the violence. And don't get me wrong, it's not like the violence is bad or wrong or anything, it's just that a show being violent just for the sake of being violent is not good. It just felt like Titans was showing off the fact that they don't have any restrictions like other TV programs do. Like, that guy is spilling out his guts on the floor. I don't have an issue with that. The only issue I have is, don't do it just for the sake of doing it. Give it a reason. And that's what I like about Robin's introduction, because when he came in, the thugs were just looking out for Batman, completely ignored him, and didn't think he was capable of taking them down himself. But he definitely proved those guys wrong, and I'm sure it's a lesson they will never forget. When the violence is character driven, it just makes the emotional impact much better. But when your characters are just doing it for the fact that they just can, kinda takes away from it. And there are parts in the episode where it feels just like that. I don't want to spoil you guys anymore because I felt like I've told you plenty enough, but that's just my one negative aspect from this episode. The violence and just Raven's portrayal and story are the only weak parts of this episode. But it's only one episode out so far, so there's plenty to build upon here, and the show can only get better from here on out. And I definitely think it will. DC definitely has a gem in their hands with this show. Which is why I give Titans a 7 out of 10. A great start, intriguing characters, and compelling storylines has me excited for the future of this series. And proves that my subscription to DC Universe can very well pay off, and has me looking forward to Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing, and Stargirl. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with it, and give Titans a try. The only downside is that you'll have to subscribe to DC Universe, but it's not that costly, and you'll have access to many of the great animated series, movies, and comics. Thanks for watching. This is Geek Knight, signing off.
Teen Titans!